Right, so good morning, welcome back to the channel. We are down at Stansted House for the Steeleford Supercar event. There is loads going on here. Supercars as far as the eye can see, really nice manor house look around, and then I think there's loads of helicopters. I think there's going to be some more helicopters landing soon, so loads to see. Let's go and have a look around. So this matte military green Novatec 812 looks absolutely insane. So we've seen loads of 992 GT3 RSs, but I have to say the white with the red wheels and the red accents is my favourite spec. I think it shows off the crazy lines on the car and all the aero. Really subtle spec on this 650S. As I've said loads of times, if you buy a McLaren or a supercar, it needs to be a bright colour. But so if your budget can stretch far enough and you've filled up your garage full of supercars, you can come here and do a bit of helicopter shopping as well. Fair play to that guy. If you want to turn up to a car show, that's how you do it in style. Right, so if you had to choose these two 812 GTSs, Rosso Corsa with a cream leather interior, I'm not actually sure what the paint code is on that. Put that in the comments, but what would you say, Rosso Corsa or this one? Rosso Corsa with the cream leather interior, this one's got the black, but I have to say I would take this. And that is an expensive option, the hand-painted shields, but yeah, I like that. I'm not actually usually a fan of kind of matte black, and I usually have bright colours, but I actually think the matte black with the orange calipers kind of suit that pretty well. As a daily, that'd be pretty understated and quite cool. Red body, black wheels, red caliper, that is on the money. Right, so all the supercars are doing a bit of a parade out the front of the house. Super busy, so we're going to come to the main bit and have a look around everything else while everyone's over there. Another couple of closely spec'd cars, these two Amiras. What would you take? So I don't know if you can see, red calipers, yellow calipers, black roof or colour-coded roof. Front or back, which one would you take? So there's a few Ford GT40s, 3 along here. I really like that one. I don't know if you can see in the background, like a black with an orange stripe, and then the traditional Golf livery back there. So, but my daughter is badgering me. Her idea is to get one of these as a kit car, build it together, bit of a dad-daughter thing to do, and then both drive it to Le Mans for the 24 hours. How cool would it be to build one of these and then drive it to Le Mans for the 24-hour race? Like two cars that went head-to-head when they come out, but what would you choose, the 430 or the Gallardo? For me, I think it'd have to be the Gallardo now. Yellow cars definitely seem to be popular. Let's check these out. What would you take? 296 GTB, Lamborghini Gallardo, Audi R8 V10, GT4 RS, Ferrari 360. I have to say, for me, I would take the 296 GTB. I actually really like the shape of this car. My daughter says it's a bit girly, a bit too feminine looking, but I think it's really cool, and especially in yellow, I think that's really nice. If you get a McLaren or something like that, it's got to be in a bright colour. Every time you get in that and take it for a drive, that is an occasion. Right, this would be Larry on the road. This is the Ultima Can-Am. So this has got a Chevy V8, 5.7 litre, producing 425 brake horsepower, pushing them all to the rear wheels. That would be a handful on the road. The red on the white on this GT3 RS just looks so cool. Just imagine putting this in your garage and with the 992 GT3 RS that we just saw, both white, both with red wheels and red accents. They would look so cool side by side, wouldn't they? I had to come and have a look at these. I've never seen one of these before. This is an Noble M12 GTO, but a -3 RSR. Apparently this is one of only 4 made, and this competed last year in the Time Attack. Right, so it comes with the Ford 3-litre V6, pushing out 550 horsepower to these massive sticky semi-racing slicks. I think this pretty much weighs the same as a couple of packet of fags, so 550 brake horsepower in that thing, that would not mess around. I don't think that 720S has got a standard exhaust on it. That's crazy loud. Isn't it a shame we have to put front number plates on in this country? Look at this GT4, it looks so much better, so clean without a front plate. So this is another kit car I was actually looking at building from a long time ago, and I looked in DAX. This is a DAX AC Cobra, but as far as I can see, DAX is no longer trading, so you can't get these anymore. I think this just kind of shows you don't have to go crazy with these builds. Just an Audi R8, rotiform wheels, lowered a little bit, just keep it clean. That looks really nice. I like the spec on this Vantage, really like the colour, and then the black wheels and the fluorescent stripe and the fluorescent calipers, and I don't know if you can see, got fluorescent backs on the back of the jet, and then like fluorescent green piping all around inside. Ties it all together. That looks really nice, I like that. Check out the green on this Hurricane Spider in the sun. Look at that, that colour looks absolutely lovely in the sun, proper popping. The colour on this 2.7 litre Carrera is absolutely gorgeous, like a baby blue. He's just popped up the back, let's go and have a look. Right, I'll be honest, I did not know this car show was this big. I know I say that a lot, but there is so much to see. I'll try and capture everything to give you a bit of an idea what this show's like if you're thinking about coming yourself, but it's absolutely massive, much bigger than I thought. Here's another car I really need to have a go in. I think these would just be absolutely awesome, the Ariel Atom. Right, so if Audi R8s are your thing, they've definitely got you catered for here. This must be the R8 Owners Club. I like the colour on that one. This is a very unique spec. Definitely added some bits, big red wheels. Check out the interior. Retrimmed in Alcantara. Yeah, it's very individual, I think would be the word. Go on then. This is another car that's really grown on me, the Ferrari Roma. Really subtle spec. I think that would make a lovely kind of GT car. Just lope across Europe in that, that would be lovely. I've got to shame this guy a little bit. So my perfectly spec'd 570S, papaya orange, black interior, orange seatbelts. It looks absolutely lovely, but don't park it at a car show with the nose lift up. Come on. Pretty much exactly what my daughter wants to build, a Ford GT40 Golf livery, and then she wants to build it together and then drive it to Le Mans for the 24-hour race. So has anyone, put in the comments, has anyone built one of these? What was the process like and what company did you use? Let us know. Should me and my daughter build one of these? The colour on this Vanquish S is absolutely lovely. Again, I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but in the sun that looks gorgeous. Right, this is pretty cool. Someone's taken their supercharged Ford Mustang 5 litre and done this Ken Block livery kind of tribute to it. Hoonigan, Ken Block. That looks really cool. Right, so I wondered what all the commotion was, but someone's holding a massive sign saying sound off, and they're just walking around trying to find the loudest, best sounding car. I think he's going to compete for that.
Good Lord. That's loud.
Right, here's a couple for me. Mercedes AMG GT and then the GT Black Series. Just look at this thing. Matte black with the massive wing on the back. These things just look so menacing. I think this... Oh, they're still doing the rev off. That's loud. What would you take though, GTR or the GT Black Series? For me, I don't know if I'd have it matte black. It'd have to be a pretty bright colour for me, but that wing, Black Series, one of my all-time favourite cars. Right, I've got to be honest, before last weekend, I didn't know you could get the Vantage F1 Edition as a convertible, but these things sound so cool. F1 Edition with the roof down. That is a winning combination, isn't it? This is another car that I really wasn't sure when it came out, and now we've seen quite a few of these. Not sure about the colour on this one, but the Ferrari Pura Sangue. Now I've seen quite a few of these. I can really see the direction Ferrari going with this, and the customers, I have to say, I take back what I said, I actually really like them. I think that looks really cool. And that is how you leave a car show. Look at it go. One day, people, one day. Right, came to look at this Noble M600, which I thought was pretty cool, was black, and then when I got closer, it's like full carbon fibre. But correct me in the comments below, did they do a full carbon fibre Noble M600, or is that a wrap? I mean, if it's a wrap, it looks pretty good. As I always say, colours make or break a car. I actually really like the colour on this Pura Sangue, and then check out the colour on this 720S. That looks really nice sitting in the sun. And then, almost like a ruby star, looks absolutely stunning on this GT4 RS. That is lovely. For your classics, lovely E-Type there. Not bright enough for me, but still a really nice spec on that 600 LT. So they've done a rev off, and of all the cars not to join in was this green SVJ. I've never been to a car show where there's been an SVJ and he hasn't revved it. This is a first for me. This did the Supercar Parade earlier, and I think they called it a Contera. I think I'm pronouncing that right, but yeah, never seen one of them before. Super cool, really interesting styling. I'm gonna have to have a Google and do a bit of a research on that when I get home though, but yeah, tick that off the list. This is super cool to see. This is MSO1 because this is chassis number 1 of the 765 LT. So this is the first one that rolled off the production line, and it was done by MSO, and I think it's pretty much got every option you can have on it. Exposed carbon bonnet, everything is carbon exposed. Love the gloss black wheels. The paint is absolutely stunning in this Sun. Got the center seats. Yeah, everything that you could have done on a 765 LT, I think this had it. Love the exposed carbon fibre rear wing, kind of air brake with the MSO1 in it. Absolutely stunning. Right, so the Testarossa isn't high up on my list of classic Ferraris, but you can't deny this thing looks absolutely immaculate. Literally looks like it's just rolled off the production line at Maranello. As car shows go, this is a pretty good backdrop. You got Stansted House, really nice manor house. All the kind of supercars were lined up out of the front. Some are starting to go now, and the absolute field was full of supercars. And then you've just got helicopters coming and going like that. That is how you do it. Right, so when we first walked in, I saw this. I thought this was Mark McCann. If you follow him on YouTube and Instagram, he's just got his. And we saw him last week at Shelsley Walsh. If you follow him though, he's actually wrapped it now. So he's kept the top kind of matte black and he's wrapped the bottom grey. For me, if I had one, it'd have to be a bright colour. Does look cool in matte black, but these things just look ridiculous, don't they? But we was chatting to Mark last week. He's only had his like a week or two. He said it's really complicated. Loads of buttons, and it's it's just full of technology. You can't just jump in it and drive. All about the regen and the charging and everything. But yeah, really cool to see these out and about now. I'm not sure if I've ever seen a perf in this colour. Absolutely stunning in the sun here. Black wheels. I love the way it's all forged carbon inside. Centre console and tunnel and the air vents, all carbon, all forged carbon. Look really cool. Rear wings, forged carbon fibre, and then around the engines, all forged carbon. Really fan of that. So this is a car I've not seen many of, the Porsche Speedster, and I don't know if I like it. I like it from the back, but let me show you from the front. So from here, I actually really like it. I think it's a pretty nice looking car, but the more you come around the front, I just don't think the white nose and the silver just goes. Don't really like it. Change it, put it in a different colour, and I'll definitely have it. But in that spec, just not a fan. I have to say the back is my favourite view of this car. Love the twin exit exhaust. You can wait till people put different exhausts on these things. These are going to be spitting massive flames out the back, and I love the way they haven't covered the engine. You can see the big V12. I never actually saw that matte black Audi R8. Looks really cool. Everyone's starting to leave now. Everybody's firing up. I love these. Really want to build one of these with my daughter. They sound so cool. I do like the orange. But my daughter really wants a Golf livery one. Look at that. Just listen to the thing. The more I think about it, me with my daughter building one of these in my garage and then driving it to Le Mans for the 24-hour race. Oh. Right, that's it guys, we are done. It's been another really cool event. We've never been to this event, so it's been a first for us. We'll definitely be back next year. Sun's been out, loads of loud cars, loads of cool supercars. Again guys, hope this gives you a bit of a taster, and hopefully we'll see you here next year with us. So again, hope you like the content. We'll catch you on the next one.